They all had those contracts. No fans have got woken. Ooh.
You killed him! Villain's dead. He's gone along with his name. All gone. All gone. All gone. All gone.
No. Yeah. I do wonder, without this whole for joy business, would Ifan have ended up the same as them? Just like merciless killers? Or was he like that?
Claim your fee in knowledge.
Ooh.
He holds out his hand, index finger forward.
Lavender reaches toward him so that his own index finger nearly touches the spirit one's.
A spark crackles between you. Visions flash before your eyes, you using the air to cow your foes, or mastering water to leave them cold and helpless, or watching them fall as the earth moves beneath you.
Choose.
Splash the pain around, like water, Hydrosophist, air, Aerothought, or earth. To be honest, yeah, splash the pain around, I'd say. You know, I do enjoy to splash the pain around.
He touches the tip of his finger to yours. Your mind opens, and a watery secret implants itself within you. He smiles.
A watery secret?
Use it. Wow.
He dips his head in thanks, raises his index finger to his temple to say goodbye, then vanishes into the ether.
Nice. Global cooling. That's actually a new one, but not really that good in my opinion, at least. Okay. Hopefully we can save him now.
The Fletcher trembles before the mass of bodies littering the camp, then looks you in the eyes.
They're dead. That means I can leave.
Yay! You know, at least if you want to, you could also join us and come aboard our ship, the Lady Vengeance. We could use a Fletcher.
A ship? A bit of sea air could be just what I need to relax. Decide what comes next.
Nice. I mean, we don't really need a Fletcher, because no one uses arrows or bows, but hey.
He reaches for your hand and shakes it, his eyes smiling.
It's a deal. Must be moored off the Driftwood Harbour, right? I'll meet you there. Thank you.
Nice. Alright. So, now to escort Sahela back again. Or, I mean, we can also talk to this spirit as well. Leaving behind death and destruction.
You hear the roar of fire, the crack of burnt awnings falling. The spirit stands before you, silent among the wreckage, his skin half melted down his face.
Yikes.
He turns his gaze towards the corpse of Lone Wolf Pigsbane. His peeping skull cracks into a grin. He turns to you and bows.
Rest in peace.
The spirit's grin lingers as the spectral flames around him fade. Skin reforms around his skull. He is a handsome man with gentle eyes. He waves and vanishes.
We brought lots of peace to many spirits. But yeah. Off to the elves. And after that I would go to the paladin. Maybe let's be careful before we run into more traps. I don't want to lose Sahela. Would be quite bad. I mean, we could also just deal with the Soulmill Overseer. I mean, then again, raising a soul is pretty hardcore. But in the first Let's Play I never did that, so yeah, let's have a look what happens if you do that.
Ah, so very nice to to see you again. Hope you're enjoying this gorgeous weather. You look like you deserve it.
You know, I was sent here to find you by the spirit of the ancestor tree you felled.
Huh? You can talk to him? Odd. What interesting. Did the tree have a message for me?
Huh. That is surprising. Did you know that ancestor trees carry within them the spirits of real, living people?
What now? Hey, kiddo, you're talking crazy. It's a tree, not a person. Even if it used to be a person, it ain't anymore.
Okay, so you're just ignorant.
You been licking tree toads?
And Lavender decides, in a sudden rage of vengeance, to consume the spirit's source.
Wait, stop, please. No,
Oh.
not like this, not like this.
The bark spite. Hey. Why do you walk through that? Great. Oh, lovely. Sailor walked there, but doesn't walk back. Great. Yeah, come on, people. Yeah, the safe route all around. Okay, let's go back to the tree stump and talk to him again. Also a sentence you rarely say in real life. I hope, at least. At least I rarely use it. I wonder if there's anything you could do actually with a log to, I don't know, give it some peace.
You do it. I feel it instantly. A great peace. He is gone. The one who destroys me. I am free again. Thank you.
The log takes a breath. A great slab of the finest livewood bark slides free, ornate and glowing with sauce. It is the spirit's gift to you, a second skin. The wounded bark heals.
Interesting, so we get some live wood for that? Curious. Did we? Let's have a look. Sort by, last picked up. Live wood shield, nice. Though I don't know if it's nicer than the current one. Nah, unfortunately not. This is kind of sad because it sounds so nice, but just look at the stats. I'm sorry, tree. Gotta sell that. Anyway. Okay. But now, let's bring Sahela home. Hopefully finally give her some rest and peace. Got the dramatic music. And yeah. I mean, I really want to fight Alice Alessian, but it's such a hard fight.
We continue. We go on.
Lavender nods and takes his leave. That's it? Oh, okay. Let's just go back. Let's see if they talk or something. Probably,
My
right?
baby, my girl, there you are.
Oh.
Mother! Honored one, we have time to speak later, but first I must speak to Sebille. Too long do I keep silent, too long do I wait, no more.
Sure, very well. And Lavender beckons Sebille. You wanted.
I long await this moment, Sebille. Finally we speak among tree and kin.
Curious.
Sahela pats Sebille's right arm with a warm, motherly smile, but then her fingers run across the names tattooed upon her skin, and her blind eyes see it all.
Oh, does she recognize people?
She pulls her hand back, as if scalded, shock temporarily overpowering her.
My child, what is wrong?
These names, they're the names of the dead, of the scions of our people.
Oh, Sebille hunted Scions.
Bind that
Yikes.
wound that it does not fester.
Is Sebille trembling? What is wrong, Sebille?
You know what it means to be on my skin.
We need you standing.
The names. They are scions.
Of course, your servants, your champions, your worshippers. Do you not remember, Sebille?
Your servants and your champions?
You are the prime scion.
What does that mean?
You're like I am, only far greater. I am but a limb, a branch where once there were many. You are the heart.
Heal your wounds.
Oh boy, that makes it even worse that she was...
Healed or not?
And then killing her servants, killing her scions. But what is she to the elven culture?
You are the hope for our new homeland, the promise of our future, the very reason we do not give in to despair.
You speak falsehoods. If I were a scion, I'd know it. I'd feel it with every beat of my heart.
Your heart's been dulled. You're confused. You're conflicted. And all because...
Her darkened eyes scour her body with an uncanny intensity.
Oh boy.
all because of this.
She reaches for Sebille's cheek with a sure hand and softly traces her scar with her thumb.
Careful.
Lavender stands back and allows the healer's touch.
Such unspeakable horror, this thing. I see all now. I figure who you are. The one we fear. The needle in the night. The scion that is scion killer.
Oh, wow.
That is who you are, is it not?
Poor Sebille.
Sebille's eyes close. You can only imagine the scenes of bloody murder she sees in her very own dark.
I was forced to.
You cause much grief. Diliana, Kuma, Silius, Mindaran, all the many others on your long, lean arm. Dead friends. They are dead because you run away. They are dead because you do not want to be the heart.
She ran away and then she was caught?
Your fear is how Roost captures you. Your fear is how they scar you. The scar makes you kill scions. Without scions, all elves die. If all elves die, the fault is yours.
No, no pressure.
She grabs her brusquely, forces her face close to Sebille's.
You remember. My blind eyes make you see.
I don't know if that's a nice thing to remember.
Sebille is forced to look into Sahela's murky white eyes. It looks like she's about to collapse.
And Lavender lets her look, but gently supports her with his arms. I think that's the best you can do, right? To just support her, but I mean...
You can feel her drawing grateful strength from your support.
No.
I saw it all. Me, the prime scion, destined to be the heart that pulses at the center of all ancestor trees. But the great mother tree spoke of death and domination. I hated her, fled from her, only to end in a strange land among unkind strangers. First there was Roost, then the master.
I wonder what the Mother Tree was meaning, talking about death and domination. Of whom? Of the elves? Death and domination, I understand you completely. Which doesn't feel fitting, but well, better than the other one.
She smiles and strokes your cheek.
Thank you.
But we understand not.
We demand you be the heart.
Oh boy.
You are the greatest of us all. The prime scion. We need you. You must go to the Nameless Isle where the mother tree roots.
Another point in the Nameless Isle.
She is sick with fog that undid so many. She is dying. We've need of a new mother. Of you.
I don't know, we know so little about this whole thing, so it's really hard to say, to give like a suggestion. You know, I think I'd strongly advise against siding with some tyrannical tree.
Your advice is unwanted.
Oh, wow.
No, it is not.
Sebille is her own calm self again. Her eyes trace a bird of prey, black against blue in the sky.
The mother, the master. We'll see. It is not a decision for today.
I mean, if the mother tree was also about domination, did she just flee like one master to be captured by another? Which would make it even more tragic.
But the nameless isle awaits. The great mother calls you with every breath of wind that rustles through her leaves.
Heed her call, Sebille. It rustles for you. You are a new mother to us all. The heart that beats in our every chest.
To be the heart or to be heartless? Is that it? Wouldn't count your chickens just yet.
My dearest friend.
Oh, wow.
The one who saves me.
That's a lot to process, I guess.
You give us everything.
Thank you for helping me. Without you, I am already dead.
You just told me my advice is unwanted.
You save us all. My girl is back. Our scion is back.
I know what you need, and I can help you. We can help you.
She crouches down, placing a hand on the earthen ground.
Can you hear them? Their roots stretch beneath us, even now.
Yeah, I mean, she's also one of the sorcerers, which we already know, so she can also can also teach you source. But yeah, we already had all our lessons, so nothing to learn from her. But still, we can do the scene. And Lavender listens closely. I hear nothing.
I will link you. You will hear them. They will feed you. Increase the source in you. Increase the power.
She leans toward you, her veiled eyes directed toward the ground. The slightest of smiles plays over her lips, then vanishes.
But how? What does linking to the ancestor tree involve?
A space inside you clears. You have room for more source. You have room for more everything. You have room for the whispers of the trees. Hold your hand to the ground.
Which sounds really nice, I think, like one of the most peaceful ways to learn source. And Lavender does as she says.
I hold my hand over yours. We breathe together. We call the spirit of the trees to us. Close your eyes. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale.
A lot like meditation.
And exhale. Inhale.
With each in-breath, the voices flutter in, whispers at first, then gentle murmurs like water over rocks. The wind of the voices enters you as you and Sebille breathe together. It travels down your throat, into your belly, around your heart. Suddenly, your blood runs icy cold, then warms again. The wind seems to search you for space it can inhabit, but it is expelled with your next out-breath.
But we already had our lessons. But I really like the scene. I think it's probably the nicest one.
Ah, you are replete. You open yourself to a great deal of source already. There is no space for us.
Oh.
No space for the trees.
Oh.
There is little more to do then. I must go, and so must you. But take this. Perhaps it helps you on your journey. You feel my gratitude in it. You feel my thanks.
I give you something too. a thanks.
A two-handed weapon. Hmm.
Take this spear. It destroys evil. It helps you. You help us more than you know.
So, what will you do now?
We make arrangements. We travel soon. I must meet someone who can help us. I say no more than this.
I wonder who they're meeting up with.
But I do wish you good luck. And perhaps we meet again someday.
Would be very nice. Let's go for the amulet. Ah, well, I like the elves.
Bind that wound that it does not fester.
You? Ah, nice. There we go. Let's see if we can just rotate it a little bit. Fane? Nah, not really.
Yield or not, I fight.
But this one is nicer. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I think this will be quite the intense decision in Act 3 for Sebille. But well. We still have a few things to do in this act. Okay, let's go to Paladin Hardwin. And let's show a decapitated head. What a nice gift to leave. He's still up there.
Please, I'm busy.
Lavender takes Mummy's dearest head from his pack and holds it up by the air for him to see.
He recoils in disgust, but then, recognizing her face, he grins.
Understandable reaction.
It's a grim day that such gore would bring me pleasure, but Helen Everhart's death was wrong, and this goes some way to righting it. Please, allow me to reward you.
I allow you. A two-handed sword, one-handed sword, level 14. Finesse. Let's take the sword, and let's just hope it's nicer. But I don't think so. Nope. Alrighty. Yeah. Guess we can just go to Alice Alcyon. And after that we can go to Blood Moon Island. And then we're slowly nearing the end of this chapter. Found the master, found the mother tree. I'm also very confused that the Fog of War isn't concluded. Well...
Well now,
No.
how's...
Ifan claps you on the shoulder.
Let's talk to Sebille.
Yes.
So, how do you feel to know Rusandon is dead?
She smirks quite joylessly.
You heard the way he spoke to me, didn't you? I don't think I'll lose any sleep over his violent demise. Roost. He was wickedness come to life. In his mind, we were nothing but things that squeal delightfully when tortured and ravished.
She looks at you intently, with searching, questioning eyes.
If someone deserved death so far, he's pretty high up on that list.
Does such a creature deserve anything less than death?
If I say something like that, absolutely does. That's agreeing. Lavender nods. Something like that absolutely does.
Indeed. The name's on my left arm. Several I killed with pleasure. You saw what I did with Stingtail. You saw it made me feel good. I ask again, does a creature like me deserve anything less than death?
Trick question. No. Why would you deserve such a thing? You're different. You kill people who harmed you, not innocents.
No innocence. Not anymore.
Right.
But in their name, so many guilty ones.
She holds up her needle, and eyes it with the same searching, questioning look she gave you.
Beyond the blood hides nothing but a desire to be happy. I can only hope that is not too terrible a crime.
You know, I'd like to discuss recent revelations about you being the Prime Scion.
Ah, yes. I am the Prime Scion. A revelation that came quite out of the blue, which is somewhat ironic, considering I'm supposed to be our people's foremost memory keeper.
Well, true.
Quite slipped my mind, though. A slave scar will do that to a girl.
No. So, what does it mean to you, the sudden revelation of your importance?
To be frank, it exasperates.
She looks down, an uncharacteristic cast of melancholy passing over her face.
Gods, I was so young.
Oh.
Imagine it, to sit enthroned under a vast forest canopy, to look down upon a crowd of thousands, their bodies aglow with countless rays of golden light falling through the leaves. You hear their voices as one mind, one thought, and it's your name they incant, as if the word itself were magic. Sebille.
That sounds intense.
They said it like I was the cornerstone of their existence. Isn't that silly? I didn't even know myself.
So, do you know who you are now?
Good question. It's a very lonely thing indeed to be the object of a people's worship. What is revered is feared at the same time.
She absent-mindedly fingers her needle, hesitates.
I used to love poetry. I used to love wandering the forests for days on end.
Oh.
I'd swim in the rivers and forget to dress after. It was fine. I was alone. I'd bask in the sun, sleep nestled among bear cubs. Nothing out there would harm me. But always, they would find me, the Scions. Always the Mother Tree would call me back. For one day I'd be free no longer. One day my legs would be roots. To wander would be but one lone memory among millions.
That sounds pretty sad. You never been free, have you?
Clearly not. Though I must admit that even to sit on that throne amid that eerie crowd, destined to become leaf and bark, was not so dreadful a prospect as what came next. When I decided to run away from the Mother Tree with only the moon for my guide, it was a terrible journey. Soft-leafed branches became vicious like whips. Moss-bedecked rocks became sharp like the stone axes of old.
Oh.
I grew weary. I was bleeding, in pain, and how I gasped when for the first time an animal eyed me with malice and growled.
Getting turned into a tree sounds awful. It does, right? Also, like, always knowing that one time you won't be free anymore.
That is when I heard them. The whispers and the taunts. The low howls of men. The snare cut so deep. The blindfold, it made me panic.
Oh.
The dark.
I don't really know if Sebille is someone for physical comfort. But Lavender takes her in his arms, or tries to, and comforts her.
Somewhat to your surprise, Sebille doesn't recoil, but allows you to hug her.
Oh.
Thank you. That very first moment of darkness. I've never been so scared ever since.
Oh boy.
Then there was the stench of those men. The burn of the ropes. The jeers and the kicks. Until the dark went silent. Even those barbarians didn't dare speak in the presence of the Master. But I'll not speak of him and his methods. Not now, anyway. If ever.
Ooh, oh wow. What a life. Okay, let's go to Alice Alessian. with the way. Right. Don't just run straight ahead into the battle, because we definitely need to prepare. Alright, friends of the night, I think this is a good point to do the cuts, because I'm getting tired and we've played quite a lot. We did the whole Paradise Downs, we did the whole Lone Wolf part. I am kind of scared about Ifan's quest being bugged, but I guess we'll find out.